So, how are you? Tim and Paul here, back again. I hope you're very well indeed. We've got some questions. We spoke in a video not so long ago, actually, about kind of conversations and kind of the importance of starting them and how kind of these videos are really helpful in that. And what we've seen kind of through season one is people kind of asking questions and emailing and dropping kind of notes on social media. Hey, Paul, this is really interesting. What are your thoughts on this? So we thought, as part of season two, we'd answer some of these questions.
Yes, we did.
So we'll be as quick fire as we can, which is probably easier for Tim than it is for me. But we will kick off with this, which I absolutely love. In a world of accident claims, PPI, is cold calling dead? It's a GDPR thing as well, I guess, isn't it?
It is a GDPR thing. I don't think anything's dead, right? People label stuff dead weekly, right? And I don't think it is. I think just behaviours and trends change, right?
Okay.
And I see it as cyclical. I think, like if we look now, like handwritten letters, Hat Tip, Ollie Luke and Scribble Mail.
Oh yeah, we like that.
Check him out, by the way, he's very clever. Handwritten mail, handwritten letters is flying, like super intelligent now. It might not be the right time because people and marketers have killed off and done cold calling so badly, right?
Yeah.
That it's now not as effective as it could be because people don't listen.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's dead. I think do it well and it will still work like anything.
I would say calling, cold or otherwise, is as undead as it's ever been. It should be such a massive part of what you do. Two reasons, because one, it causes conversation, it's direct, and most people aren't doing it. But the real secret here is do not make it cold. I have just picked up the phone, rung someone and said, look, I've got this thing, I think it'll help. Can I book, can I have a chat at some point? I have done that. It is worth doing, but far better is stop it being cold. So quite often what we'll do, we'll send a bit of direct mail. I'll send a box. I would have had some kind of thing that's gone out to them on their desk, maybe two things, depending on kind of the type of person I'm trying to work for here. But something happens in advance so that when the call comes in, they know my name and they know a bit about what I'm talking about. And that's the key here. I think if you're smash and grab cold calling, never do that. Calling cold and just go and say, look, hey, Paul, don't want to take up too much of your time. I do this thing. I think it's useful. I could really help. It does X, Y, and Z. Can I spare you some? That's great. I think far better. Definitely yes. Use the phone. Go reach out to people, but do it so it's not in a cold way. Yeah,
I have a great example to end that question with. A friend of ours, a mutual friend who runs a video marketing agency, uses cold calling the most effective way that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Right? He will look at the public visible YouTube stats on companies' YouTube channels, he will phone the marketing manager of said company and go, I've just come across your YouTube channel. I do video marketing professionally for a living. I've got 3 things that will really improve your channel. Do you want me to tell you them now? Shall I send you a video or do you want me to email you?
Love that. Smart man.
And that's it. And loads of his leads comes from that. He only does 10 calls a week, right? This is not a telesales job. It's almost a call a day.
Yeah.
And it takes minutes to do that.
Yeah.
But the amount of leads he gets out the back of it is that. So it's not dead, no.
And a little side issue on that, cold call your existing customers as well and get them to buy something else.
Yeah.
As in get on the phone and kind of do what you should do.
Even ones who are former customers, ring them.
Just to say hello. It's a thing I do a lot, and it cold and hard, but it makes me a lot of money, just reaching out to people.
Yeah,
like that. This is a good one. This is, I kind of feel it's one back from the old days, but it's still very relevant now. Do I really need a lead magnet, Tim?
Good question.
Thank you.
Good question. So the proponents of lead magnets, right, are like HubSpot.
Okay.
Right, who for donkey's
Can I stop you there?
Yes, you can.
If you're not sure what a lead magnet is, it is a thing out there in the world somewhere that you exchange for data.
Like an email address, usually. So HubSpot, for example, right, was built on pretty much producing marketing ebooks that you then sign up for and they enter their marketing automation sequence because it's what they do, right, in the back of it and try and sell you more of their stuff.
Yeah.
Right, that is the prime example of a lead magnet. Now, I've, for recent times, been a bit dubious about this because, not to go on a GDPR tip, but to have it have kind of relevancy and consent and stuff. Like if you have an ebook on your website and people give you their email address to receive the ebook,
Yeah.
you have then fulfilled the purpose. You cannot then market them another thing, technically.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's as effective. I think a good value proposition and understanding your target market is a lead magnet. Not technically download a PDF or a white paper or an ebook or go behind a paywall to watch a video.
Yeah.
But understanding your value proposition to your ideal customer should be the lead magnet. You should always market like a magnet. There's always stuff you do that sucks people towards you like a magnet, if that's the right term, sucking.
Probably not.
Probably
I think
not.
it's a thing that it is with any
Attracts
bit of
people.
marketing. Yeah, anything
It's the
that
right
you
phrase.
see and want to copy, and copying is good. Originality is definitely overrated here. But the concept of this is right. Yes, absolutely. There should be a thing that people can find that is useful, relevant, and interesting enough to them for them to make that first step. That is a thing. You know, so
Whether it's a blog or
yeah.
a video like this, or
Whatever it is,
right?
it doesn't have to be automated. Your contact should be very easy, so they can link that thing to the next step. You know, even if it is, ask a question. Got any questions? Can we help? That sort of thing. But the concept of a lead magnet, yes, is very much still alive, in my opinion. I don't definitely think. A few years ago, ebooks, downloadables were massive. They were massive and they were useful because there were relatively few around. Everybody got on that bandwagon, and understandably. So, in my mind, it has lessened the effect of it, but the concept is still correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
Like that out.
Like that. Yeah, this is really interesting. I get this quite a lot. I sell to different demographics. How do I have focused conversations without alienating the different groups?
That is a good question.
Shall I go first?
Yes.
James has just banged his head. I'm trying very hard not to.
Oh no, that's such a shame.
That's
He's very tall, man.
It is very unfortunate.
He's a
Well, kind of two things here is, one, there is nothing wrong with alienation. You need to put some people off to attract the right people. There is, back to things, there is no money in the middle here. But with that, you can speak to different demographics. There are plenty of businesses that have very different demographics within them that you can speak to in different ways. You're looking
Interesting.
You're going to say, yeah,
because
okay.
that didn't go for the first time in this many video series the way I thought it was going to go.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's not that I disagree. It was just a different thing that it went. So I think slightly differently on it, on a slightly different circle. I think because there's so much stuff out there now, right? If you don't have a dog, you're not going to see or come across any content about dog grooming because search engines, social media algorithms, relevancy stuff will filter that out. Because I don't have a dog, I never come across dog grooming stuff. I don't get advertised it. I don't Google the searches. I don't follow people on my social media about the thing.
Yeah.
Right. So I think if you sell to many different demographics, or target audience, or buyer personas, whatever you want to do, that's cool. As long as you've got a clear plan of what is the right message to get to those people, it will reach them, right? I don't think it will confuse anybody else. If I accidentally search dog grooming in Nottingham,
Accidentally.
which it would be weird, right? Because some people, you look on your Google Analytics, you will see there'll be some weird people landing on your site that you go, why are they there? Right? And that happens, but that's because there's an element of that discovery or stumbling upon information, right?
Yeah.
It's not via purpose. You can only control the controllable in this case. So you can make sure you've got a right piece of content or a right message designed to help this right people. And I don't think that will cross or confuse anybody.
But isn't the question that how do I put out my different messages, because they've got different demographics, but making sure they keep them separate?
Yeah,
and again,
think it'll filter it out.
Is it not a good thing to, if I sell kind of pet food, I need some stuff that is all about how dogs are the greatest thing and they're the best pet you can have. So I also need some stuff about how horses are the greatest thing, the best pet you can have.
I agree.
And the two things won't meet.
I mean, you've only got one Facebook page, for example. Let's use that. Right?
Okay.
And you have to put all these messages out as a pet food supplier.
Possibly, yes.
So you need to promote dog food, you need to promote horse food, you need to promote cat litter, right?
Yeah.
As a guy who only owns a horse and not a dog and a cat, I will automatically filter out that if it's not of interest.
Okay.
Why does it matter? Is my opinion, right? As long as the horse message is engaging to me and makes me want to take an action, that's important. I will ignore the cat stuff. I don't think it doesn't have any negative effect on me. It doesn't make anything bad. It just doesn't matter.